Lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be redoing the ombre on the ombre nails, and then on one of my thumbnails it was a little bit too bulky, so I'm going to be redoing that as well. And also I kind of wanted to have a quick little chit chat about something that I saw on TikTok that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So first what I'm going to do is remove the nude color off the nail and then most of the pink. What I did was I actually did these nails at school, and I kind of did them pretty quickly, and I was so proud of myself. I laid my acrylic in like 30 minutes. Girl, those ombres were not it, in my opinion. So I just felt like I went way too far down on the pink, so I'm going to remove the pink and all of that, and then just go back in and just reapply, just making sure to not put the pink as far down as I did. I did keep my filing in on this video because it's a quick video. I'm only laying acrylic on about 5 nails. So I did keep the removal process and the filing in on this video. And also there's another reason. So I was on TikTok, and there's a nail technician, I believe she's licensed. She made a video saying, don't call yourself a nail tech if you use full coverage tips. And I'm not going to link the video. I'm not going to say the person's name. I'm not talking about her. I'm more so talking about what she said and my feelings on it. So as most of you know, if you watch my channel, I do use a lot of full coverage tips. And that's something that's newer in the industry. So people who went to school 5 years ago didn't have this resource. And yes, I think full coverage tips are a resource. Basically, to go on to what she was saying is basically she structures her nails, so she uses forms. So if you're not using nail forms to structure your nails, are you really a nail tech? Yes, you are. In the 50s or before they had dryers, you had to hang your clothes out on a clothesline. So technology and things, get better. I'm not sure if the 50s they didn't have dryers, but you guys know what I mean. Back in the day, they didn't have clothes dryers. Now they do. So am I not going to do my laundry with a newer convenience just because people back in the day had to struggle, or what they perceive as a struggle, or because they had to do it different? Absolutely not. And I feel the same way with anything. Full coverage tips is something new, and it is something to assist. So for me personally, if I was working in the salon and I wanted to cut down on my time, or even when I'm doing my own nails, if I want to cut down on my time, I'm going to apply the full coverage tips because it helps me with the shaping and it helps me with the placement of my apex. Do I use them all the time? No. Do I use them a lot of the time? Yes, I do. And another point that is kind of missed is it's actually a process for me applying full coverage tips, because obviously the tips don't fit my nails perfectly. So I got to make sure there's no gaps between my nail and my tip. And then once you apply the tip, you still have to go in and seal in those edges and make sure it's not lifting, make sure it's applied properly around the cuticle area, because everyone's cuticle area shape is not the same and they don't always fit the tips. So it is work that you still have to do to get those full coverage tips correctly placed on your nail. It is a different process than using forms or just using regular tips, but they all have, every medium that you use will have certain steps. So what I'm saying is it's not always just because, let me backtrack, just because I don't have to worry so much about the shape or the apex, there are other things that I have to worry about and other things that I have to do. So I say all of this to say, stop letting people tell you who you are. Stop letting people define you. One thing that I've really noticed in this journey is a lot of people are extremely negative. I know a lot of us do our own nails. A lot of the people that watch me are people that do their own nails. I know I do have a few licensed people that watch me and comment And I am interested in hearing your thoughts as well on this. But in this community, I've met a lot of great people, and then I've met some shady people, and then I've met some people who are unnecessarily competitive for no reason, because what's for me is for me and what is for you is for you. So we're not in competition with each other. One thing that I've tried to do since the beginning of my channel is to work with other people and expose my viewers to other channels through my collabs. And over time, it just was a lot of unnecessary drama. So it made me pull back. And it's something that I wish I could have continued, because I do like helping people and I like receiving help as well. It's a 50-50 relationship, but you know, I noticed people were just negative, or they would take advantage, or they would only engage for certain reasons, or you know, it just became too much for my personality. So for me, I don't do negativity. I'm not going to come on here and just put people down. Even when I review brands that I don't, or products that I don't necessarily like, I still try and approach it in a way. So, you know, in the 2 years that I've been doing YouTube, yes, I've encountered a lot of negativity or whatever. And I don't come on here and tell you guys the stories because there's really no point. But just watching this TikTok, I just felt like, what if someone's watching this and they're going to get down on themselves because here's this person telling them what they aren't, or because they don't do things a certain way. We all have different strengths. We all have different weaknesses, but that doesn't define who you are. Like if you are a nail tech and your process is different, you're still a nail tech. Just because someone doesn't like the products you use or the way you apply stuff doesn't take anything away from you. I'm in school now, and let me tell you, I've learned more through trial and error or just doing my own research than I've learned in school. And I believe about 90% of nail techs or licensed nail techs will say the same thing. So I don't understand the bashing, and I just don't get it. But don't let anyone define who you are. I mean, not just with this nail stuff or anything. Don't let anyone tell you who you are or define who you are based on their experiences, their insecurities, their negativity. Don't let people do that to you. Don't be discouraged because someone is going on a rant for whatever reason. Don't let them discourage you in your journey. Just keep doing what you're doing and keep growing and keep learning and just keep going. So really quickly, I redid the ombre, and one of the things that I don't remember where I saw this tip, but I did see it on YouTube. I wish I could remember the person who told me this tip. When you're doing ombre, if you use a clear powder, instead of using a clear powder, use a natural powder, because it's still kind of, how do I explain it? It makes it kind of fuzzy still, so it enhances your ombre. So that's what I'm using here. I'm using Young Nails Natural Clear, so it's not 100% clear powder. And I may have said this before, but I did notice it did help a little bit too with the ombre. Versus when I was at school, I actually think I used their Speed Clear. The color that I'm using, the pink, is called In My Feelings by Not Polished. I'm using Not Polished Monomer. The nude I'm using is Bad and Bougie by Valentino. And I'll leave the links for everything down below. So I am going in now and just doing my filing. The way that I file my nails is I just go in and clean up the shape on all the nails. Then I use my hand file to go over top to smooth everything out. So you could see me, you'll see me in certain parts of this video like tapping the nails because some of them weren't 100% dry. And then usually what I do, which I did not keep in this video, is I seal in my cuticles and my sidewalls with my e-file. And I didn't do that in this video, but I'll try and keep more filing in my videos if that's something everyone is interested in. Definitely let me know, because I know most of the process we just show how we lay the product and the finished look. We don't really show the in-between. I will say sometimes it is challenging to file and stay in frame. So definitely let me know what you guys, if you guys want more filing in the videos. Also, let me know what you guys think about what I was talking about, the negativity of the nail industry, and then just people defining you and telling you what you are and what you aren't. You know, just let me know what your thoughts on that in the description box below. And I didn't really mean to go on a rant or don't want to come off as negative, because my purpose is to be encouraging for everyone to keep going on their journey and not listen to the naysayers. So that was my point in bringing that up. If you've seen the TikTok or anything like that, do not tag the person or anything like that, because I'm making more of a general statement. It's not an attack on that person, because that's their opinion. And but the thing is, they're not the first person that I've seen that said something like this. I don't want my comment section to be like, oh, guess who said this or guess who said that. It's more of the message that that person was saying, or that has been said by multiple people. But yeah, definitely let me know how you guys feel about that, and you know, your thoughts. And honestly, like, what's your process for nails? I know a lot of people on here do DIY. What is your preference? Do you prefer to use the full coverage tips? Do they help you? Do they hinder you? One other thing I wanted to say about the full coverage tips is you have to be extremely careful when using full coverage tips, doing a design or encapsulating something and not building bulk on the nail. So in my opinion, that takes a lot of skill as well. So a lot of the same skill sets versus nail tips or forms, you still have to use with full coverage tips. That's just my opinion. And so let me know what you guys think in the, I think I keep saying the description box, but I mean the comments. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. So here I'm just doing the rest of the filing. I only kept the filing in on one hand because I don't think you needed to see two hands, but I just try my best to slim down those side walls and then just make sure the surface of the nail is smooth. And I feel like I get that done better with the hand file versus the e-file. I feel like when I use my e-file, I always get grooves when I'm trying to smooth out the surface. So I don't mind the hand file, but I'm pretty sure the hand file might be a lot to use if you're taking clients. So now I'm just going to go in and top coat the nails. I am using MAKARTT's top coat, which has been one of my favorite top coats lately. I've been using it a lot at school. It is pretty shiny. I will leave all the links and all the discount codes I have for whatever products or companies in the description box below. So if you guys wanted to make purchases, you could save some money. But I do my top coat. I cured it for 60 seconds. And then I'm going to go in with my cuticle oil. Even if you're not using my cuticle oil, which you should, make sure that after your nail service on yourself or a client, make sure that you're going back in and putting some moisture back into that skin. These products are pretty harsh and pretty drying. Like, I typically don't do soak offs because my skin hates acetone, but just make sure you're going back and putting that moisture back into the skin. And so the oils that I use are packed with nutrients and antioxidants. So definitely check that out on my website. And just make sure you're taking care of the overall health of people's hands. So I think this ombre looked a lot better than it did in the first clip. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I appreciate you guys spending your time with me. Thanks for listening to me kind of rant. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And I will see everyone back soon for another video.